Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and if you're new to my channel, I'm your host Mr. Gentse, and let's begin with this video. I've made a little mistake. I forgot to rewrite the day. It's actually day 2180. Yes, I got 8 days left before I reach my 6 years mark of NoFap. I can hardly wait. I cannot wait at all. So let's begin. When we start doing NoFap, it's important to understand the concept of NoFap, because of course NoFap will help you increase your dopamine, but there are many other things that you need to consider if they are also affecting your dopamine receptors and your dopamine levels. Because here is the deal. Just because we start this doesn't mean we solve all of the problems. The same thing with your body weight. just because you go exercise doesn't mean that you have solved your body weight problem if you're still consuming lots and lots of sugar. You understand? So here is the thing you need to understand. Dopamine is responsible for a lot of things. The first one is your mood. Have you ever noticed that whenever your dopamine is low, your energy levels are low because they're connected to one another, and you feel, it's like you're feeling very empty. You're not satisfied, but you're not sad at the same time. Although it can happen that you feel, let's say, more depressed. Now, another thing, there's a study that has been done that dopamine was linked to testosterone. If you have lower dopamine, that means your testosterone will also be lower. Therefore, your libido is also going to be lower. Now, you can Google the study, by the way. And the next thing, pleasure, enjoyment, and sense of reward. If you guys can read that. I know I've been writing a little bit smaller, but lower dopamine means you'll have almost no pleasure because your mood is low, your energy is low. You're not enjoying anything. So therefore, also the sense of reward is gone. How can you feel a sense of reward if you're not enjoying what you're doing or whatsoever? Even if you reach something, whenever you've been reaching something, you're not feeling that same excitement, that same power that you would normally feel, that you burst out in joy. None of that. The next thing, confidence. Of course, confidence can be separated from dopamine. A lot of people may have that linked together, but let's play it as if it's directly linked together. Confidence. Low dopamine means low confidence, because as you guys know, all of these things will contribute to having low confidence. Why? Because you'll be looking at things and be like, yeah, why would I do that? I don't think I can do that. I mean, yeah, what's gonna be there for me? You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I can reach it. I don't feel like I can do this. And that's the problem. Low confidence. Low dopamine means you also have some problems with learning and concentration. Now, concentration will not be added in here because it's together with learning. If you want to learn, read, or whatsoever, it's always directly linked to one another. Now, learning problems, the higher your dopamine, the easier you'll be able to learn something. Why? That has to do something within your brain, the learning part of your brain. It gives you also a sense of reward after you have done something, after you have accomplished something. And that's the beauty of it. See, here is the deal. When your dopamine is high, you will notice it. I don't have to explain to you that you'll be eager to learn, and learning will also be a lot easier. Because you have a lack of dopamine, it's like you have a wall or a curtain around your brain. It's like you try to absorb information, but it's not working. It's not absorbing. It's not being saved on your mental hard disk. Now, Last one is also connected to each and every one, of course this one as well. Ambition. Those who have high dopamine tend to be ambitious because they see themselves far in the future reaching the mountains. Because their confidence is high. They know what they can do because they're learning. They have so high dopamine levels that they can learn whatever it takes to reach their goals. Now, in order to reach this state, this improves it having a high mood, high testosterone, high energy, high libido, lots of pleasure, enjoyment, and sense of reward, confidence, learning, being able to concentrate, being able to reach mountain heights of goals, etc. I would suggest a dopa fast, which means you'll have to lay off your electronics for a couple of, let's say, 5 to 6 days. I mean, it wouldn't hurt if it's a part of your job that you have to make use of social media and any kind of electronics. However, outside your work, I would focus on what's important deep inside of you. Start off with cleaning your house, start off with the most important things in house, and then slowly start off with other things like planning ahead. How do you see yourself? Recover, meditate, take cold showers. You will slowly notice over time that you'll have a better mood, higher testosterone, more energy that will link to a better confidence, better learning. You will have the ambition, pleasure, enjoyment, sense of reward, libido, name it. And it goes on and on. And over time, months later on, you'll be thinking like, okay, now it's time for me to do something so special that I can change the world, make it a better place. Like you write a book, something that's going to be helpful, something that's going to help people. Or actually start a business that makes you rich later on, so you don't have to, let's say, you don't have to wait for your retirement funds or whatsoever, a pension in this case. So in this matter, you will notice that you're already securing your future by having high dopamine. Extremely important, because think about this. Years and years and years ago, the way people were controlled is by lowering their dopamine. And that's not actually the same thing how it's happening. I don't want to be one of those guys that will tell you how the world is going right now. But I can assure you that with all of the electronics we have now, social media, etc., we became dopamine addicted, that we have almost no dopamine left, that we became empty shells of our former selves. Think about this: if you have high dopamine, how you would have been in your, let's say, mid or late 20s, begin 30s. It doesn't mean that you won't ever reach something if you're in your late 30s or begin 40s, but still, it's still going to be a major difference, and that's what you need to understand. So, one of these things that I'm gonna advise is the 3 magic ingredients of life. Check out my video, the 3 magic ingredients of life. That's what you need to know. That's what you're gonna start slowly with, and then add also no electronics. You wanna go for a drive? Go and drive. Go to a silent place, go meditate there. You wanna do something in house? Make sure it's gonna be productive. Don't watch TV. Don't listen to music or whatsoever. None of that. Until you have reached something that you can say, wow, I'm here right now, right there. Because I can guarantee you, if you stop doing those things, you will notice a big difference. Now, I'm not saying that music and anything else will completely destroy. That's not true. But what I will say is that it will do something with your dopamine. It will actually, in my honest opinion, decrease it. But if you stay away from it and you want to reach something in life, you will notice that you have to lay off these things in order to be better. Now, that's what you can do. I'm not forcing you to do anything. I'm not telling you you must do it. That's all your own choice. Having that said, thank you for watching my video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and share with people. If you're new to my channel, subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications, and make sure that you do all these things, because once you have done the no social media, no fap and the fasting, your dopamine will do normaal.